Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with Scrap a Sketch, sketch number 59 from the creative team. And here it is by Lisa Sikorsky, who creates all the sketches for Scrap a Sketch. And it is one picture and some different shapes. And so I am going to use this one picture of my son in the back seat snuggling up with a sleepy dog. And I'm going to use Echo Park's bark collection for the majority of it. But I also have a sticker sheet and a couple bits of ephemera from the My Dog collection. And I may use a couple things off of there, but mostly it's from the bark collection. So I have 4 sheets of that bark sticker sheet. And then here are the ephemera bits that I want to get on the layout. And I have this strip of scrap paper from the collection. And then I have these Stickabilities paw prints. And there's mixed media in the background. So I have fossilized amber, aged mahogany in the Distress Oxide ink pads. And then I have this Delusions Balmy Night, and it's a shimmer spray by Diane Reevely. And then I have these different ephemera packs, but that's where I pulled those other things from, so I didn't think I would need any more. So I've got my paper, my embellishments, my inks, my picture, and of course this awesome sketch. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, I'm lazy. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So I smushed some of this ink, and then, yes, this is my straw from the cup I drink out of. I have no water in my water brush, and my spray bottle's in the other room. And so I'm just being for real with you all. It is what it is. I'm tired, and I think I started working on this after almost midnight. And so I decided that just a little bit of water from my cup, which is exactly how I did the aged mahogany, is probably why I make a big mess with it. Not a big mess, just a little dollop on my desk. I have a roll of paper towels. I have a rag, like not a washcloth, but like a bath rag next to my desk, and they're covered in stuff. And then I tap out the Balmy Night. These are the 3 predominant colors in this collection. The other predominant color is orange, which of course the red and the yellow make a little orange. So honestly, almost all the colors in this, except for that light blue, are covered with this mixed media that I've done. So, and it's messy, which is the way I like it. So I'm going to be 100% honest. Completely forgot I was going to mat this when I did it. So, there's a lot of missteps in this sketch design. I cut this out because I've decided I'm going to do this dog bone cut apart as part of the, as part of the little triangular shapes. And I'm having to recut these because I cut them in a 4 1/4 by a 6 1/4 because that's how big I was going to make the picture. But the cut apart is 4 by 6, so I had to cut this down. And then, see if you can figure out where I'm going here. I've trimmed my white paper so it is no longer 12 inches across. Henceforth, 3/4 inch across little rectangular bits are not going to work on a not even 12 by 12 paper. I really did not think this through. So I'm going to have to go in and fix that when I get in here and realize what I've done. But anyway, for now, I'm putting down my this base page, and of course, since there's white stripes, some of it disappears into the background. So I decided to take my ground espresso. I had to think of what it was. And I ink the whole outside. I wanted it to be that dark brown. Now, this is a new tape runner that I'm using. I found it at Michael's. I was looking for something to use to buy. I had a $5 rewards thing. So I didn't want to buy something I couldn't use, and I'm not spending money on things right now. I am on a freeze and I'm doing really good. So I decided that I would buy some adhesive, and so I thought I would try this out. So far so good, but this is literally the first layout I'm using it on, so we'll see. I mean, I know Tombow is a good collection. So right here I lay this down and I realize this is 4 inches in. Can you tell my frustration? You all, I am not even joking. I'd like to say that this is not the usual for me. I do leave a lot of my mistakes in my videos because I'm hoping that others can learn from my mistakes. And sometimes it's just a simple not thinking it through mistake. So anyway, I take the cut apart of my personal trimmer. I trim that one down, and then I just use the first one I trim as a guide to trim the other 3 triangles so that they're all going to work out and lay down, pretty evenly. Now, I am not OCD when it comes to this, but I'm sitting here looking at this, doing this voiceover, and for some reason I was thinking it was already tacked down, and I was having a panic attack thinking that I tacked down the triangle so crooked. Oh, you all. It's 1 a.m., and normally that's no big deal. And I haven't even done anything. Well, okay, when I say I haven't done anything today, I haven't gone anywhere. But I have printed pictures for like 4 years because I have free printing on my HP for the next month and a half, and I want to utilize that. So I am printing like nobody's business. But that doesn't just mean punching in 100 pictures and printing. That means, deciding how I want a layout to look, to where do I want these pictures to be small? Do I want to do 2 pages? Is this going to be a 3-page layout? It's not just printing. Okay, so here's the other thing. There is a gap between all 3 of these little rectangular spaces. Yeah, not on my layout, there's not. But again, it's fine. I mean, I do like the way that this layout looks when it's done. I feel like it's pretty darn close to the sketch, except proportionately a little bit different. Oh, anywho. So I also organized my sequins today and created a couple of layouts. And this is my first video for the day, but I'm okay with that because I got another design team layout done and a layout for myself. I'm almost done with 2022. So, I'm going to take all of that as a win. And the fact that the layout turned out to look good, in my opinion, is what matters. And I got it documented, another memory. So, I used some of the ephemera to create that little cluster down below the picture. And then inside the little frame I used was this little thing here, the square. It says something about a dog. I don't even know what it says anymore. And I literally just finished this layout. And then my title is going to be part of the family. And I ink around that with that same, not aged mahogany. I inked around it with the ground espresso so it would stand out on that white background. And I matted that little square, that's banner thing, in that dark blue so that it would stand out. I just felt like having those triangles there with nothing on them seemed like too vast of an empty space. So I'm going to use some things from the sticker sheet here in a minute to help the other side. But I just felt like it needed a little something. So I used those dog paws from the Stickabilities and put them up there in the top corner and the bottom where she has stars in her sketch. And then I used the word woof from this Love My Dog, or My Dog, I think, and put it down here in the bottom. It's not the exact same color as the other collection, but it is pretty close. The only thing that's really different is the blue is a hint different, which you can't tell, and the orange. So I have this little leash, and I was going to tuck it into the cluster at the bottom, but it didn't work, so I tucked it in underneath that little square. And then I put this, I think it says Me and My Best Friend or something. I put that right there down on top of the picture. And so I will say about the Tombow, that it says what I purchased said it is repositionable initially and then is permanent, which is what I want because I got to be able to move things around because I make mistakes and I think of things later that I want to tuck or stick in, and so I like that. So then I get all this little cluster down here, and then I'm trying to remember. Oh, the only other thing that I did was I tucked in a Flare Hut puppy paw down there in that bottom cluster because there's that little circular bit right there where the camera is in the circle. So that kind of takes that space. So other than that, I am done. And here is the close-ups. I hope you all will go check out Scrap a Sketch. They are on Facebook. Lisa posts a new sketch every Friday. And then one of the creative team members, or two or three, or who knows, will create with that sketch in mind and post that for inspiration and encouragement. Oh, I did tuck some little orange hearts in there as well. See, now that puppy paw flare almost matches everything perfectly. It was just meant to be. So, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. If you have subscribed already, thank you. If not, I would love for you to do that. And I hope that I see you again real soon. Have a great day and happy scrapping.